play Jane Eyre from the beloved classic novel by Charlotte Bronte is now on stage at the Alley Theater through May 5th.
A lot of people love this classic book, and the play follows a heroine who struggles for freedom and fulfillment on her own terms. Lauren Kelly is also struggling for freedom on her own terms. No, I'm kidding, but she is taking us behind the scenes for a peek this afternoon. I don't know where that came from,
Did you
Lauren.
guys compare me to Jane Eyre? Struggling performer for Houston Live. Well, let's clarify things up today. I yanked in two of the stars of the show here. Melissa Milano, local actress here. I'm so glad that I'm going to start with you. Chris, you hang on for 1 second.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with you. For people who have not read the book and have not seen the play, give them a little bit of a summary of what they can expect when they come see it.
Yes, so the novel is there's a lot in the novel. So our adaptation picks up a few chapters into the novel when Jane is 18, and basically when she's just paving her own path in life, and we follow her on her journey to figure things out for herself. Love, work.
Her different struggles.
Yes, overcoming her different struggles.
I like to say things like, she started from the bottom, and now she's here.
And see, yes, the glow up.
The glow up. You played Jane. Was there something that you kind of studied more so than others to play this role?
Absolutely. I definitely reread the novel and just really delved in more than I would have before.
Right.
Because what's exciting is a lot of our adaptation is lines straight from the book. So trying to find ways where I could kind of fill in those gaps that you don't quite get to see. Yeah, it was really exciting.
All right, Chris Hutchison, let's talk to you. You play Rochester.
That's
she
right.
says a lot of this stuff is directly from the book. Is that hard to make sure you get those lines correct?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, it's not hard, but it's, you have to be very disciplined.
Yeah.
I'm a notorious paraphraser, so, I'll change a word here and there, but, when it's great literature, you want to do it. And you know that there are people in the audience every night who really know these books. And, if you have a famous line and you say the wrong word or something, you're going to disappoint some very important people. So, it's a skill that we sort of develop as actors. But, in a play like this, a story like this, from a novel that people identify with and love so much, it's important that we nail it.
Yeah, don't mess. It's like forgetting the song lyrics and you're jumping around and the artist is watching you sing them, right?
Yeah, and it's not that it doesn't happen, but,
You're good enough to work it out.
Yes, or hopefully you have a scene partner who's good enough to bail you out.
Well, Melissa, I know that we're kind of standing on a bare stage right now, but I want our viewers to know that this set really transforms once the play starts.
Yes, so much like the story, the set has a lot of secrets. A lot of this, there's a lot of automation in the show. So we have walls that move. We have a trap that comes up and down and takes us to different places that we arrive to throughout the show. We go inside, outside. It's a really exciting, designed by John Coyne, who started out as an architect, but now he designs sets. So it's a work of art.
I love this. I love that, knowing that it transforms into such an iconic set. Now, what is the biggest thing you think that you learned from this role? I mean, did you have to take on anything new, any new habits, traits, or what to play Rochester?
No, I think, Jane Eyre is obviously the most important character, but the story, Rochester, is incredibly important to this story and this journey. And there's a lot of questions about how to portray him. He's not the most sympathetic character, but you want to kind of root for the love story. So it was finding a way to make him a character that the audience enjoys spending 2.5 hours with, and that you can root for, even though he is very damaged and has a lot of faults.
A damaged male that we are trying to help. You don't say. Yeah. Well, the play is going to be on stage here at the Alley Theater through May 5th, so you have plenty of time to get it. alleytheater.org online is the website where you can go for tickets, or you can call them. The box office is 713-220-5700. You guys don't go anywhere because we have lots more to cover from the Alley Theater. I want to know what your wardrobe looks like, but don't tell anybody yet. It's very good. It's very good. That's coming up in just a bit. Derek and Tessa, back to you guys.
All right, our struggling heroine, Lauren Kelly. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank
Wonderful,
you.
wonderful how you can relate so much with
I like
the main
book
character.
theme in today's show, National Book Day, and we're covering Jane Eyre at the Alley Theater.
Books and names.
A match
What's in a
made
name?
book heaven.
That's right.
Well, you guys, take a look around right now. I know it's nice and quiet here at the Alley Theater, but we are on set, on stage here to get a behind-the-scenes look at Jane Eyre, which is a great production, and it's on stage through May the 5th. I've got some of the cast members with me today. Come on over here, Melissa. Okay, we're going to start back with you because I promised our viewers we're going to get into some of the costuming details, and you kind of have a really cool setup of how you do your costume changes.
Yes, so the costumes were designed by Valerie Bart, and so, okay, first of all, I never leave the stage. So something that's really cool.
So how do you change costumes?
How do you change costumes? So they had to design a Victorian era dress that I could easily get in and out of.
Okay, hold on. You said the word easily Victorian dress. That just doesn't go together. You can't do that, corsets and all.
Listen, they're magicians
Okay.
here. I mean, honestly. But yeah, the dress itself, too, over the course of the play and over Jane's journey, like transforms in ways you wouldn't expect. So it's really exciting.
So layers, under layers, outer
Yes.
layers, accessories.
Accessories,
Okay.
yeah, will appear as I'm talking to everyone. Things will just appear on the stage that I'll just add on, and
It's so convenient.
it's so convenient. It's so fun.
The things you got to do to be the star of the play, right?
They're very good to me. They're very good to me.
Chris, let's talk about your costuming because I love that you get such a transformation, right? When you walk in, you start off as your normal self, and then what kind of things do you get to add?
Oh, all these beautiful things that were built just for me. I've been here a long time, so there's a guy up in wardrobe and then the costume shop that's built a lot of clothes for me over the years. So beautiful vests come and go because I'm a very wealthy English gentleman.
Okay.
So the long coats, the beautiful cravats and ties and the vests and yeah, it's
No,
all...
I want to talk about the most important things, like they change your hair and your eyebrows.
Oh, right, that. Yes, this is not the dashing fellow that you will see if you come to see Jane Eyre. I will be transformed to the very frothy wig that I can play with.
That's a good word.
Yes, the eyebrows go on, so you can see me in the back of the house. Oh, yes, that's how I do in this play.
Okay, I do want to mention, though, there is a bit of the spookiness we were talking about this play. It's not just what you would come in and experience with the book alone, but you've got that vibe, that spooky vibe, right?
Yeah, well, I think, and people who don't know the book, they might look at this Victorian era story as primarily a love story, kind of like a Jane Austen kind of thing, but this is so much more than that. This is OG Gothic, a little bit spooky, lots of secrets, you know, when it looks like things are going well, the carpet gets pulled out. So it's a really amazing journey. And anyone who's read the book already knows that, but we're finding our audience is really on that journey with us.
You had me at OG Gothic. I mean,
yeah,
you
well.
can't get any better than that. All right, one last question for you. What has been your favorite part of playing this role?
Oh man, there's so many ways I could answer that. But honestly, I've really enjoyed the relationship I get to have with the audience. Because in the book, Jane is talking first person to reader. And so it's really exciting to navigate the whole show where I'm talking to the whole audience, to reader, and then like jumping into the scenes and engaging with the characters along the way. So that's been really
Hold on,
fun.
just as a personal question, if you have to go to the bathroom and you don't leave the stage, I've just not stopped thinking about that.
Oh, I know. And, you know...
We'll save that for another show, right?
Yeah, thank God for intermission. Yeah. Intermission is where it's at. Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for all the fun today. I know the show is incredible. It runs just about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's correct.
People are just going to love it from start to finish. And I know tickets are on sale right now. alleytheater.org online. I'm going to put a link up at houstonlife.tv, or you can always call them at 713-220-5700. Melissa, Chris, thank you so much, and break a leg for us on stage, okay?
Thank you. Okay.
But not really. Oh, yes. Derek and Tessa, back to you guys in studio.
But not really. Hey, it's fascinating, too, hearing about all the layers of costumes and not being able to do the wardrobe changes. It's tough to do a show, I can imagine, with such a small cast.
It is.
So much behind the scenes.
Yeah,
we love them.
absolutely.
We love them for doing all that work for us. Okay.